show.
Yo, Ralph Bear here.
Katie Lion here, bringing you all the news that's fit for views.
How many times do we have to do this? They know who we are by now.
Hey, it's always somebody's first video.
Yeah, and you've got to admit that we're a little inconsistent when it comes to our updates.
I'm Mr. Han, and if you didn't know that already, strap on in. It's gonna be a bumpy ride. Yeah, cause today we're talking about the strange history of Earthworm Jim.
The soil he did crawl.
Earthworm Jim?
A super soup did fall.
Stop it. Get some help already.
In all seriousness, practically everything you need to know about Earthworm Jim can be found in his unique intro music by itself. Jim was just a normal worm, eating dirt and minding his own business, when all of a sudden, a super suit fell out of the sky and gave him superpowers.
To dig a little deeper, the wording and the way in which the song is sung tells you exactly what you're getting yourself into. The lyrics are repetitive and nonsensical in places, like they're being made up on the spot. And the singer's voice cracks and strains, even seeming to run out of breath towards the end there. William Anderson not only wrote the lyrics, but actually sang the song himself. The whole thing was meant to sound organic and unprofessional. And yet the tune is catchy as hell.
And that's the kind of slimming spaghetti flavor you could expect from Earthworm Jim, right from the beginning. When it was just a side-scrolling platformer with crazy puzzles and even crazier villains and levels. You go underwater, and some intestines, you go to, hell?
Beep. Sensors.
But we don't have time or the technology to talk about video games. We're just here to talk about the way they connect back to this bonkers-ass cartoon. If you want more information on the games, I highly suggest to check out Daniel Iberton's video on the history of all video games. You know, after you finish watching this one, of course. Back to the cartoon.
Oh, Saturday morning cartoons. I miss them. Somehow I literally missed Earthworm Jim while it was on Kids WB from 1995 to 1996. It was really the perfect time for a slapstick absurdist comedy like this. Among the ranks of Freakazoid, Animaniacs, and Pinky and the Brain.
Truly a good time for cartoons. Let's just take a minute. Right. Getting back to the topic at hand, Earthworm Jim's original creator, Doug Tenenbaum, also has a major hand in the production of the cartoon, ensuring a sense of continuity? Consistency? Anywho, he made them feel the same. In fact, the gag at the end of each episode where a cow lands on one or more characters is a direct reference to how the first game ended.
There were a few character changes between the game and show. Most notably, Peter Puppy becomes Jim's sidekick, as opposed to a random dog that he helps on the street. I'm told that in the game, he turns into a giant crazed monster if he gets hurt too many times and attacks Jim despite his help. This gets translated into Peter's pain and stress response in the series.
This gag might have gotten old if it weren't for the reaction shots of villains looking confused when Peter attacks Jim. Or the clever ways Jim tries to turn Monster Peter against their enemies with, mixed results. Speaking of villains, can we just take a minute to appreciate the names in this series like Professor Monkey Forehead, Princess What's-Her-Face, and the evil queen posting blowy, festering, sweaty, pus-filled, malformed slug for a butt? And I'm gone cross-eyed.
Well, actually, stupid, Princess What's-Her-Name isn't a villain, but her name is really friggin' weird.
Silly me!
You see? Princess What's-Her-Name and the evil queen pulsing, bloated,
We are not doing this every time!
Phew. I mean, the evil queen and Princess WHN are sisters.
Hold up. You mean that and that are related? They don't even look like they're in the same species, or in the same show for that matter.
Yep, stranger still. The princess is considered deformed and hideous by her own people, which was kind of why she got thrown over for being queen, even being exiled and not given a real name.
But she's not gonna stand for that, especially not in the cartoon, where she leads an underground resistance to overthrow her sister's tyranny. Except at one point, they hold an election, and the evil queen wins. By, like, a lot. Apparently, Insecticons hate change even more than Earthlings. Who knew?
Princess What's-Her-Name's struggle against her sister is the closest thing we get to an overarching plot in the cartoon. Each episode is kind of a villain of the week format. There's only 23 episodes total, so it's a pretty quick watch if you're looking for something new. Yet another show tragically cut short before its prime.
I'm sorry, Yogi. I'm gonna have to disagree.
What? Mr. M being a contrary again? I've never seen that one before.
Did it ever occur to you people that I'm not just negative because it's fun? Didn't think so. As I was saying, it's not like I don't like Earthworm Jim. I like watching cows fall on people just as much as the next guy. But there's only so much "lol, be so random" can be funny. True, old McDirtmuncher over there made it funnier than most, but there does come a time when you run out of Rando Road and you have to move on to other stuff. There's a lot of great voice talent here, of course, and people writing it obviously knew what they were doing. But I think this show ran exactly as long as it needed to, and died quietly. Unlike some shows who hooked it with so much life support, they might as well be robots of their former selves. So, yeah, Earthworm Jim, you were great while you lasted, and died while you were great. I salute thee. Or whatever. So much for constructive criticism.
I'm afraid I have to agree with Mr. Hand on this one. Earthworm Jim was kind of a supernova. It burned very brightly for a short amount of time, then went out. My first time watching it was as a 20-something, and it made me laugh consistently, but it was always moving at a breakneck speed. I don't know how much longer it could have kept that up while still managing to be funny.
Oh, I hate this gag already.
I can kind of see where they're coming from. I mean, this type of humor is a product of its time, and probably wouldn't have done well if the cartoon were made in the 2010s, or even today with no nostalgia to fall back on.
Oh, jeez. I think it's great. More Earthworm Jim for everybody. Groovy.